What's up, guys? So this is a motivational video for you people who are desperate or don't have a lot of options in terms of female or male dating or finding someone of the opposite gender or the same gender, and you're just like, I don't have that many options. I'm so lonely. What can I do? And you've tried everything and you're like, I don't know what to do anymore. I learned this from many sources. Being desperate is the stupidest thing ever. Don't cling. If you have just one person and it's not a healthy relationship, it's not even a decent one. Maybe it's decent, but it's not that great. Move the freak on. Have good standards. Have great standards. I calculated this mathematically. There's 6 billion people on this earth, and that's increasing. And unless you're meeting like 10 people every second from the moment you're born, you will never meet everyone on this earth. It's something like that. I'm rounding, of course. It may be even greater, like 100 people per second. But you get the point, right? There's so many people on this earth, and that mathematical equation alone tells me like how ridiculous it is. There's another mathematical equation from another source that I read in an article years ago, and it was something like, if you talk to 3 girls per day, that's roughly 900 per year, with even a 1% acceptance rate and a 99% rejection rate, you're bound to meet a girl who likes you. Now that motivated me to a certain extent, and then when I tried it out in the real world, it turns out like unless you can have the right mentality, you will burn out if the rejections affect you before you even hit 100 girls. And on top of that, like, your standards kind of have to drop if you're relying on something like blind numbers games, because not every girl is something you want, and that's another thing. So again, there are drawbacks to that mentality, but regardless, the point is, don't freaking be hung up on one girl. Don't be lonely and desperate. And this is something I've learned from many sources, and it's just lame. And it's like, don't drop your standards. Don't cling to some unhealthy relationship or this one girl who's interested in you, who you don't like, and is a toxic relationship. I see this all the time, and that's literally it in a nutshell, without elaborating too much. And it's something I see from a lot of successful people, and they move on. They move the freak on. A lot of them because they're successful and they know there's so many options out there. For me, it's different because I don't have that many options, and it's tough. But I know in this world, walking the same earth I do, there are people out there, and I may not be able to reach them or interact with them temporarily, but I sure as heck ain't sticking around with this one person who rejected me, and I'm not even feeling. It's a tough thing to do, and it's very tough from the experiences I've had, where I mean, you are sort of alone. But remember, girls aren't everything, and just move on. And a lot of people aren't willing to do that, and I personally have realized successful people don't do this. I would rather be alone than some crappy relationship, but others are too desperate and they won't settle. I mean, they will settle. And it's funny because I talked to this one person, and she said that, long story short, I approached her just randomly, and quite honestly, I was a little bit burnt out. I was just like, I'm just gonna talk to her, and turned out she wasn't straight, but she was like a little bit surprised that I admitted to her that like I was having a lot of trouble with it, and she's like, really? And then she recommended some stuff like bars, nightclubs, and I'm like, I don't do the nightlife stuff. And then she's like, I asked her how she did it, and she's like, oh, I just go to non-straight bars in the local city and so forth. And I don't do that, but there's always options out there. There's always things, and you can make it work. And if not, the time's not right. There's like so much more interesting, fun stuff to do that can put a smile on your face than just girls. So that's all I want to say in a nutshell. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Share this with your friends. I'll see you in my next video. This has been Will, and I'll see you later.